If your history is good, you remember 10 years ago there was no Facebook, there was no YouTube, there was no Twitter. There were a few pretty hokey discussion forums starting to pop up. So I'm not going to talk about Facebook or Twitter or YouTube too much today, but more fundamentally how stories have helped human beings to flourish and survive. Ever since we were cave beings, we told each other stories about which animals were going to kill us and which animals we could hunt and kill and survive. And that's really helped us to flourish. So like with all marketing efforts, all business, it should be rooted in research. It's really important to understand your customers, and there's a lot of traditional research you can buy from people like Focusrite. I'm sure a lot of you maybe do your own research, and Chris talked a lot about Google Analytics and Quantcast and the other things you can do to really understand people. Social media really sort of reduces the waterline on how much you can learn about consumers for free. And a lot of people get very, very scared about social media because they're worried, what am I going to tweet every day? That doesn't matter. The most important thing you guys can do is listen to what people are saying about you. There's 1 billion people on Facebook. There's hundreds of millions more talking in different parts of the web across blogs and discussion forums and on Twitter and YouTube, and they're talking about you and your brand and your destination. When I knew I was coming down here about a week or two ago, I put out a tweet and I said I was looking for some suggestions about what to do here. The sounds of crickets chirping was deafening. I didn't get one person to tweet me back. How many tourism businesses in the room? Don't be shy. Is anybody full this weekend? Because Linz and I are looking for things to do, and we genuinely asked for help. We were looking for suggestions. So if you go online and have a look, you'll actually find there's tons of people asking for suggestions and talking when they land in the airport, and there's so much being missed. So I asked the same question to my Facebook friends. I don't know too many people who live in Auckland, but I know a lot of people who travel, and they came back with a whole bunch of suggestions. So we're going to go see a friend this weekend. There's this massive missed opportunity that companies like Gatorade are getting, and maybe the tourism sector is missing out on a little bit. Robin, who I work with, is a destination expert on TripAdvisor. So when she went on a trip for work, and she needed to know, she went to the Nanaimo on Vancouver Island, and she was trying to decide between these two hotels, between one called the Coast Bastion and one called the Buccaneer Inn. And she went onto TripAdvisor like a good destination expert would, and she asked the community for some input. Basically, this guy, Buccaneer Dave, who's an expert on Nanaimo, came back and he said to Robin, the Coast Bastion's really great for this and that, and it was exactly what she was looking for. And he gave us some really, really relevant advice. If you dig into the profile of Buccaneer Dave, you'll find that Buccaneer Dave actually owns the Buccaneer Inn, the competitor of the person that he's recommending, because he's building trust and relationships with consumers. And Buccaneer Dave got Robin's business because she realised that he was being a really great person. And this is there for everyone to see on the internet, until TripAdvisor closes down, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. This is one of the most powerful examples I've seen in social media recently about how you can create your business around an experience and create a culture of empowered employees who aren't hiding behind a brand. WestJet is an airline that operates in Canada. It is Virgin to Qantas in this market, Air Canada being Qantas. And their employees all have shares in companies. They're all empowered to do great things for customers. There was a passenger who was dying of cancer and due to die any day and wanted to go visit his dad. And he called Air Canada and they wouldn't carry him because they were worried that he was going to die on the plane. So WestJet said, he called WestJet and explained the story and said Air Canada wouldn't carry me. Will you carry me? And they said, can we call you back? And the staff sort of rallied together and they gave him a free flight home. So this is a friend of the person dying who came onto their Facebook fan page and told this story. It got 234,347 likes by August 16th and climbing. So you don't actually have to do that much to be really good in social media. You don't need to worry about what you post. You don't need to worry about anything. You just need to be a really, really great business.